Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just out having a walk today. I'm just trying out a Pentax Super A that I bought off of Australia's Gumtree classified internet sales from a lady called Sue. And so I'm calling this one so I can identify which one it was I bought from her, this camera. It's a Super A, so I'm calling it SUEPERA, so I know which camera I'm using for this test. So I'm just out here and I just noticed I'm just going to do a few shots. I've got black and white film loaded in the camera and I'm going to do a few shots along here. I noticed that the light meter seems to be out in the camera, so I've got my light meter app installed on my iPhone, and it's set to 50mm f1.8 35mm lens, which is pretty much what I've got on here. So this is the camera here, the Pentax Super A, one of my favourite cameras. And when I get the film back, I've got Ilford XP125 black and white film in this, and when I get that back I'll know when I've filmed this, and I can pair the photos up that I've taken today with this video, and then we'll be able to compare it. But anyway, as I said, the light meter on this camera doesn't seem to be working. It seems to be a fair way out. Well, it's working, but it's not giving me the readings that I'm getting from my light meter, my light meter, which is built-in app into my phone here. So I'm just going to take a reading. I'm just going to show you here in a minute. I'm going to show you something along here, maybe that we'll take a photo of. There's some murals along. You can see there's some murals along here, which I'll just take some black and white shots. A bit more colourful stuff up here, which will give me a better contrast to work with if I'm taking black and white. So I'm just going to come up here a bit. I've taken some photos of these boxes which are used for storing bikes when people catch the tram and go to work each day. So I'm just going to go up here where these boxes are, which have got some colourful painting on the side of it. This is all interesting colours along here, and signage up there, so I could take some photos there too. So we're just going to have a look at these shots here, which are interesting. It's Marion Road just up there, so I might just step back a bit so someone doesn't run over me with a bike. And I'm just going to stop now and take a reading on my light meter app and see what I get for that. Okay, so here I'll just stop that for a minute. Okay, so my light meter test built-in app on the phone gave me 125 at f10 at ISO 125. I'm just going to have a look and see what reading I get on the camera. So I'm just going to show you what the problem is. I've got back home again now, and I put my videos that I've been doing up on the screen and a few of the still shots that I took using the light meter app. So I'll just show you what I have discovered. See, just come down here. This is your exposure compensation dial there. Now, I should be able to adjust the camera regardless of the light readings by giving me 2 stops overexposed or 2 stops underexposed. And this you should be able to move this dial here. I'll just grab hold of that. I'll see if I can do it like that in either direction. So I can go that way, but when I try to go back the other way, anti-clockwise, it won't turn. So what I think has happened is that when someone who had this camera might have got some people to do some work on it to prepare it for sale or whatever, and when they put this back on, I think they didn't put it on in the right spot. So in other words, I go back here, I can easily, wait a minute, get my finger there. See, I can go 2 stops overexposed like that, or maybe that's 2 stops underexposed. So I go that, but then see, it keeps going for another couple of stops. But when I go the other way, it won't move. So I reckon they've adjusted that in the wrong spot. The normal place for you to have proper readings is have that excuse me, the normal place to have proper readings is to have that red triangle lined up against the one with the white cross there. and then the others are how you do your exposure compensation. So they've taken this camera apart and put that back in the wrong spot. And the problem is that I can shoot this camera just manually, having the camera set on manual settings, but by having that fault on there, the way it's been put back wrongly, means I can't use over here my auto exposure settings, and I can't put the lens on A. I've got it on manual. I've got this on manual there, so you know I can put this around here like this, so that's on manual. But I mean I can't really, and I can adjust the shutter speed up and down. It's on 125th there at the moment, and I've got it set on about f10, which is what those readings were giving. That's what I was taking. The shots that I took in the camera, I had that on that setting, and it's ISO 125, which you can see just down in here, possibly. See, it's set on about the ISO 125 setting down there, and the ASA setting down there. So I might just put this video up just as a bit of an educational video, and then later on when I've got this fixed, I've sent a message to someone in America who fixes these cameras, and I'm going to see what he told me about whether my theory is correct, and what he can do to fix it for me, or what if I can fix it myself. So there you go. Thanks for watching. So I'm hoping to get these films back later on. These are shots I took on the film camera as well as using the Light Meter app. So later on when I get the shots back from the film lab and maybe get the exposure compensation dial fixed on the camera, well then we'll revisit this and do a bit extra to add to this video. So thanks for watching. See you later.